effortlessly pulled together. Other of us, though, you know, it takes a village. So GMT has put together a fashion roundtable of experts. They are here to share their style secrets for wearing current trends and accessories. Let's say hi, shall we, to our experts, all local fashion bloggers, by the way. We've got Holland Sanders from Haute Holland, Alex Young with Eat Style Dallas over there, and Leah Frazier with DFW Style Daily. Guys, welcome.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
I think all of you have your own unique, great style. Holland, let's start with you, though. You recommend that we really up it a notch with accessories and kind of tune into the vintage look a little bit.
I particularly like vintage because it really adds a unique flair to a look. For women in their 20s and 30s, buying things that are really expensive are kind of hard. So you can go to stores like, you know, Forever 21 or Blanc or, you know, something like that and get something that's affordable, but then really kind of kick it up a notch with something special, like the earrings I'm wearing today. Those are from Vintage Martini. They're from
cute.
I wouldn't really call them vintage, they're more designer retro.
Okay.
Because they're from the 80s, and people get very offended if you call the 80s vintage. You know, it's a little bit more of an investment piece. It's something that stands out that you always get compliments on. And for me, it really kind of gives your look that kind of special.
So it's kind of starting with the base and then adding on from there. You actually brought a model with you to kind of demonstrate this look. Come on out. I was going to ask you, how do we do this look, accomplish it without looking junky?
Well, I think that a big statement piece. So today we have a dress from Foremost, which is actually a Dallas designer company, and everything they have is under 50 bucks. Okay. So again, talking about starting with something that's simple, that's in your price range, but then really giving it a wow. So this is what I would call designer retro piece from Oscar de la Renta. So for a woman in her 30s, buying a new Oscar de la Renta piece is probably a little out of the budget, but Vintage Martini has one that's from the 90s that is, again, gently used and loved.
Yes.
And so it's at a more affordable price range. And then we threw on a really amazing bag from the 50s. So that's got a lucite bag. So it's got a really interesting appeal, really different than anything you're going to see. And then just finish it off with new accessories. So the earrings and bracelets, we've got some Kate Spade, we've got some Vince Camus, and so, you know, it kind of gives it like a whole different blend of the big statement piece, the wow factor, and then give it some more comfortable, affordable pieces to mix.
I like this. Where would you see her going in this outfit?
I think this is a perfect date night outfit for me. This is going out Friday, Saturday night in Dallas, but really having that wow. And the thing that I love about this is take the necklace off, give it something like some leggings that's a day to night, so you could really make this a day dress, still have some understated jewelry pieces, but then for night, give it the bling, give it the wow.
That necklace is a wow factor. Thank you so much. It looks great. All right, so Leah, how do we transition our accessories from summer to fall? It's always a good question to ask. How do we do it?
Typically in the summer, it's going to be a little bit lighter, so you're going to see people layering a lot of their jewelry accessories.
Okay.
So it'll be very thin, very delicate pieces.
Yeah, we're seeing a picture of a clutch purse there too. You're a big fan of clutches.
I love clutches, so definitely incorporating more clutches into your wardrobe for fall. Definitely with a suede or a leather or even some faux fur is big, so that's definitely how you can just switch it out when that cooler weather kind of hits, but stay very fashionable.
Okay, Alex, we got a snippet of the model that you brought with you today. So what about accessorizing for men?
Kind of expanding on that, for the dapper guy, we've got a great pocket square that can really add that pop without overdoing it. Kind of working with the shoes, feeling a little bit lighter for summer, going with something that's sockless and perforated as well to kind of let things breathe. Even a gray jacket just to kind of complement one of the hottest trends for spring and summer, which is stripes, adding that in as well. But one of my favorite things to kind of transition into summer and then into fall is something that breathes really easily. So Need is a local brand that has a great shirt that was actually designed by NASA.
I had heard about this. This is crazy. What, by NASA?
Yep.
Doing clothing right here in Dallas.
Yep.
So tell us about this material and what does it do for us?
So while the Texas heat is working against you, the fabric is actually working for you. It's got a great temperature control that allows the shirts to really breathe. So whenever you are out at a super hot event or it's just generally warm outside, you're not sweating up a storm, and that's really what I think a lot of Texans love, is something that works with them while they're still accessorizing to their best, and that's one of my favorite ways to accessorize.
Yeah, what better way to cool down, especially this week, right? All right, so the dapper dress down look, I really like that. Thank you so much. Okay, Leah, what tips do you have for women in the hot Texas heat?
Well, it's a little bit harder for for us. We have so much to pull on. We've got to Spanx it up, Spanx it down. But you know what? If you look for fabrics that have a cotton blend, it'll breathe a little bit easier. And then obviously there's a lot of the laser cut fabrics and patterns out there. And then like with this perforated dress that I have on, mesh. So it looks like it's very heavy, that it's a heavy maxi, but it's actually got the shorter dress underneath, but it can actually breathe. It lets the air kind of come through. So.
And Holland, I know you like the jumpsuit sleeveless look.
Oh, well, first off, jumpsuits are easy. It's one and done.
They're comfortable.
Which for me is perfect. And they're very comfortable for big events, long events, anytime that you have to sit and stand. And most of the time, jumpsuits are made in a more flexible material. And so they don't wrinkle, they stay fresh looking, and again, it's the perfect way to layer those great accessories. A big, you know, a solid black jumpsuit or a solid pattern, and then you can really layer on the accessories and make it look fabulous.
And then you have a trick for making sure we don't get sticky, our hair especially.
Oh, well, I love headscarves, but I'm more of a wrap it like a turban, do some really cool, funky things, integrate it, especially because I have short hair, and so for me, keeping it looking fresh and cool and stylish is sometimes difficult because it's a little one note. So,
okay. Well, speaking of keeping cool, Leah, you have white on today, and you have this great outdoor event coming up. Tell us about that.
Dîner en Blanc is coming.
Dîner en Blanc.
Dîner en Blanc.
Fancy.
You have to say it, you know, with your Parisian accent.
Exactly.
But it originated over in Paris, over in France in the 1980s. And it's this huge pop-up picnic. So we all love to eat here in Texas. And it's the first time that it's coming to Dallas. There's going to be roughly between 1,200 to 1,400 people.
All in white?
All dressed in white.
Oh, look at that picture. Just like that.
Of white.
Yes, pretty.
And everybody's buzzing about it about town, and they have it in over 50 cities right now. So Dallas is getting it for the first time, so you got to get on it.
Talk about a dapper date night.
Yes.
The big tall trend we want to say too is fringe. You have fringe on your purse.
Fringe.
How do we wear it though?
Fringe can be a little bit overbearing, so you want to make sure, I always just go, if you're going to go with a big fringe piece, just make sure that you have it isolated maybe in one area.
You brought a model with you today to kind of demonstrate how we can do that. Come on out. Yeah, I love this look.
So she has fringe on the top. That's actually from Blanc. That's the Michael Kors top. And what we did was incorporate it with a cute fringe clutch, because we just don't want to overdo it. It can be overdone at times, so we simplified it with this kind of cream colored clutch from Nicole Kwan. But fringe is huge. We thought it was going to leave spring, summer. It didn't.
It didn't.
It's staying for fall, winter, so you can incorporate it on shoes. They have it on skirts now, so when you're swishing from side to side, the fringe is just doing this craziness. It's definitely on the handbag, so it's a trend that's not dying. You got to incorporate into your closet somehow.
You have two loves here, the clutch and the fringe, right up your alley. All right, well, each of you have your own website, your blog, where people can find you. Go ahead and tell us what those are so our viewers can tune in.
HauteHolland.com or Instagram at HauteHolland.
Okay, Leah?
DFW Style Daily or DFW Style Daily on Instagram.
All right, and Alex?
And I'm at Eat Style Dallas and Eat Style Dallas on all my social as well.
Perfect, guys. Thanks so much, and thanks to your models. They all look fabulous.
Thank you.
Really
Thank you so much for
appreciate it.
having me.
Oh, of course.